groom was feeding the horses this morning. She found him and called 911.
Yeah, what time was that?
5:30. They keep farmers' hours out here.
Yeah? Who is he? Do we have an ID?
Yeah, his name's Sammy Briano. He's a jockey.
Okay. Hey, Paula.
He was dead when we got here. I've checked him over. He's in rigor. Going in and going out, I'm not sure.
Okay, cool.
He's in here.
Thank you.
Thought it was a kid under there when I first looked.
I can smell the booze in here.
Yeah, I smelled that too.
It's a fairly fresh cut in his forehead. And I don't see any blood at all on the straw anywhere around here. Where he's sleeping. Have you seen any other drops of blood anywhere we might have fallen down?
No, I didn't see any, no.
Nothing? What's that? No, it's nothing. Okay, what must have happened before he settled in for the evening?
It seems like it, yeah.
He's got a broken arm here. Okay, well, we'll get him down to the autopsy and then get the whole story on him there, I'm sure. Looks like he's broken his arm. Judging from that cast, it's one of those lightweight ones, I guess. Give him some movement in there. Who found him?
Groom over there. Name's Brenda.
Okay, go call Body pick up for me, all right? Okay, Paula, thanks. Excuse me. Brenda?
Yeah.
How do you do? My name's Donnelly Vinci. I'm with the Vancouver Coroner's office. Is it okay if I come in? I have a few questions.
Sure.
Did you know the man in the stall? Here?
Yeah. That's Sammy. God.
Okay.
It's awful what happened.
Yeah. How well you know him?
Well, he galloped horses for the barn, so, I guess I knew him pretty good.
Okay. Can you tell me if it was normal for him to sleep in a stall like that?
No, are you kidding? He's got an apartment.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh. Does he live alone?
No, he's married.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's married?
I think her name is Cecilia. Sissy, something like that.
Do you happen to have a number for her or somewhere I can contact her?
Well, she works here in the kitchen, actually, the backstretch cafeteria. She's probably over there right now.
Oh, yeah? I can get somebody to go over there and talk to her.
Jesus, while she's working? Guess there's no good way to hear bad news, is there?
Not usually. What about you? Where do you live?
Here. I got a tack room here.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you happen to hear anything last night? Did you hear Sammy see him run the backside at all?
No.
Earlier in the day, did you see him run the track?
I don't know. No, I didn't see him.
You didn't see him? All right. I noticed he had a cast on his arm. Is there any, what was the story on that?
He got into a really bad spill about 6 weeks ago.
That's ugly. What, right here at the track?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Oh, some pinhead jock cut him off trying to get to the rail.
Oh, yeah.
Sammy's horse clipped his heels and, he went down.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. So I guess he hasn't been riding that much since that, spill.
No, he's been turning left, walking hots. That's about it. Over. Yeah.
He's a nice one.
Anyway, all due respect to Sammy, I got about 4 more horses I have to get to, so.
Okay. Sorry to hang you up. Thanks for your help.
It's all right.
Run down to the cafeteria for me and find a woman there called Cecilia Sissy. She's married to the
Yeah, okay.
Sammy here.
Did you want me to tell her?
Well, if she asks, don't lie, but tell her I'm not going to see her. Thanks.
I want to talk to your chief inspector.
Just take a seat right there, sir.
I don't have time to sit.
I'll have a detective speak with you.
Your chief inspector.
Just wait right there, sir. Mick, got a minute?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Got a pretty agitated individual out there. He wants to speak to the sergeant. Got a pretty wacky story.
Yeah? All right. Park him in interview. I'll be there in a sec, okay? Thanks.
Mick, I'm booking out. I got a court appearance. Are you okay?
Yeah. Good luck with that, huh?
Yeah, Dick Weed lawyer's gonna try and screw me.
Hello, Detective Leary.
Hector Ruiz.
Come on in, Hector. What can I do for you?
I want to report a murder.
All right. Let's take a seat here. Get some identification for me there, Hector. Okay. And this is, what here?
I was a policeman in my own country,
Yeah? What country's that?
Guatemala.
Guatemala, yeah, okay. Are you a Canadian citizen?
A landed immigrant.
All right. What happened?
7 o'clock this morning, I was on Homer Street. There was a man carrying a black umbrella.
Okay.
I was reading the newspaper, not paying any attention. Suddenly, I feel this sharp pain in my back. I look up. The man with the umbrella has disappeared. That is the homicide.
That is the homicide. What do you mean?
The man stabbed me with the tip of his umbrella, which has poison in a little capsule. It goes into my back. I get very sick and die.
All right, a man with a poison umbrella stabbed you in the back, and you think that was deliberate?
Yes.
I see.
Don't patronize me. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay, man with an umbrella stabbed you in the back. Go on.
Look at the wound. It's right here.
No, I don't see it.
It's the size of a pinhead. It's very small.
Did you go to the hospital when this happened?
Of course, right away. They took a blood sample, but they do not know about this kind of poison.
Well, they don't know about it, but you do.
I know it is possible. It is done many times.
Okay, now this poison that you're talking about, it's deadly as far as you know?
It's fatal. Every time.
And how long have you got then?
3 days.
Do you feel any pain right now?
No, but very soon I will be screaming and I will begin to lose making sense.
Now, what about the man? Did you get a good look at him, the man with the umbrella? What was he wearing? What did he look like?
No, it happened too fast.
Did he speak to you?
No, nothing.
Now, is there any possible reason you could think of why somebody would want to poison you?
It's political.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be a little more specific than that.
I told you I was a policeman. Are you going to help me?
Well, first I'm gonna have to check your identity, confirm it.
The Canadian Securities Intelligence Service knows who I am.
Uh-huh.
I have a handler.
Oh, you have a handler over there?
Somebody who manages my information.
Yeah, I know what a handler is.
Well, I can give you her name.
Okay. Did you call her when this happened?
I left a message.
All right. Now, what about anybody else we could contact right away?
The government war crimes investigator who interrogated me when I first came to Canada.
War crimes investigator, okay.
Look, I can give you her number. I can put you in touch with these people.
All right, that's good, that's good. Now, I'm also gonna ask you to write out a list of all the people you know who are living here who might want to harm you.
Yes?
All right? I'm also gonna ask you to talk to the department psychiatrist here. You okay with that?
I can give you the name of my psychiatrist. Maybe they can exchange notes. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. Just, Mr. Wes, you have to understand my position here. It's not the usual everyday kind of story you come to me with, right?
Not here, perhaps.
Okay, I'm also gonna bring somebody in to take a look at your wound, a pathologist. I want to find out if the wound is consistent with the story you're telling me.
Whatever you have to do.
Okay, just have a seat, relax, I'll be back.
I liked it. Sure. He was easy to get along with. Did his work, didn't bitch about the bad luck, you know?
So have you been having a run of bad luck?
Well, after the spill, had a couple of lean years.
Okay. Did you ever hear him talk about taking his own life?
No.
Did you?
Is that what happened?
I haven't made a determination yet. The last couple of days, have you seen him much around the backside?
Might have seen him. Didn't speak to him. Might have said hi.
I saw him around.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, you say he didn't bitch that much about his bad luck. What about his injuries? Did he complain much about those?
You know what they say, if you ain't riding hurt, you ain't riding at all.
How about the pain? Was he taking anything for the pain? Did you know about?
Not that I ever saw.
No idea.
No, eh?
Got the wife waiting.
Okay, thanks a lot. One more favor. Can you go and see if you can get permission? I want to get into his locker in the jocks room.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is there anybody else on the backside that you recommend I talk to? Somebody you might have been particularly close to?
He galloped in the morning, rode in the afternoon. Other than that, he just kept to himself.
Okay. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You see, it has a little bruising.
Yeah, I can see it there. Is it hurt at all?
No, it's just a little pinprick. It's nothing.
Okay. You feeling any symptoms?
Just a little light in the head, but I haven't eaten yet.
I can get you something.
Can I lie in the cell?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Okay.
There's a definite puncture mark. Something could have jabbed him in the back, but as far as an artifact being stuck in there that could have delivered a toxin, I can't feel it and I can't do anything else without cutting into the wound. I don't know why they didn't do it at the hospital.
Well, he said they took a blood sample to screen him for poison.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll call over and see if I can get the results or push it along.
Okay, thanks.
He should be in a hospital under observation.
Yeah, I know, but he won't go. He's paranoid.
It's not paranoia if it happened.
Got a bowl of soup for you.
So he's got identification, says he's Hector Ruiz.
That's the name he's using. Over at War Crimes, we know him as Hector Guzman.
So the story he gives about being a captain for the Guatemalan police, that's true.
Secret police, yeah. He's a torturer. They start out as ordinary cops, then torture just becomes part of routine interrogation.
What, so you mean like you get up in the morning, you go to work, torture's just something you're gonna do for the day?
Right.
Jesus. So how does a guy like that get into this country if he's notorious like you say?
He claimed refugee status. Sometimes we have to hold our noses to get to the big fish.
Yeah, and so? Did he give up any big fish for you?
Not yet.
Any idea who might kill him?
I'm thinking one of his victims might have recognized him on the street, decided to take some revenge.
What, so we got both the torturer and the victims living here in Vancouver?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm gonna need a list of those names.
Yeah, I can help you out with that.
All right. Jeez. How does that happen? We got the torturer and the victims both living in the same town here.
I don't know how the victims ended up moving here, but I know Guzman's story. The job got to him. He wanted a way out.
Yeah, he's probably feeling guilty for all the people he tortured.
Right. Now, the police down there have psychiatrists that watch their own guys for any signs of cracking. You know, under the pressure of torturing people all day.
Right, okay.
Guzman makes the mistake of telling one of them that he can't sleep, that he's thinking of leaving the country. So, the next thing he knows, the death squad jumps him in his car, kills his mother and father, but Guzman gets away.
And he comes up here looking for refugee status.
Right. He's got a good case for it. The man is high up in the power grid. He literally knows where the bodies are buried. If he goes back, they'll kill him.
So maybe they'll reach out and have him killed by somebody living up here then. Maybe a guy like him. Former cop, one of your big fish.
Maybe, yeah, sure. You never know with these guys. They're always bullshitting about something. They're always hiding something from somebody.
Okay, so we're looking at two possible groups then who might want to see Guzman dead. His former employees, and they're afraid that he'll rat them out to you guys, or his former victims who just want to see the son of a bitch dead. Am I getting that right?
Still think it's one of his victims.
And you're gonna give me a list of those names?
Yeah.
And what about the fellow policemen, some of those who might be living here? You're gonna give me a list of those names too, right?
Sorry, I can't do that.
If you have a possible suspect I need to know about and you're not telling me, you're impeding my investigation here.
Look, why don't we work together on this? If Guzman is dying, I need to debrief him. You give him to me. If he gives me anything at all, I give it to you.
Yeah, like I just rolled into town and fell off the truck.
I can take this away from you. Make it simple, that's all I'm saying.
He stays right where he is.
Okay. That's the way you want to play it.
Where's Sammy now?
He's at the morgue.
I see, okay. Well, how did he die?
Well, we don't know. Not yet. So I've ordered an autopsy.
Okay.
We found him in a stall, all right? Now, the way it looked to me is that he was preparing it. He needed someplace to sleep. Was this a normal thing with him? Where he didn't come home at night?
No. I mean, well, once in a while, but rarely.
Oh, so you weren't worried then?
Well, I'd worry about him all the time, but I knew he'd have a few beers and then he wouldn't want to drive, so, you know, he wouldn't want to risk drinking and driving here. It would be bad for his reputation.
He was a heavy drinker then, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't a drunk. He would just have, you know, 3 or 4 beers and that would be it. But, you know, if you get arrested, you get charged.
Yeah,
so.
you sure do.
I mean, maybe just lately he was drinking more because he was fighting insomnia.
Was he taking anything for the insomnia? Do you know about?
Not that I know of, no.
No? So, he was here at the track, he got hurt, and now he's having a tough time getting mounts. Was that bothering him quite a bit?
Well, it was just one more thing to add to all the other things, like his weight and his age. He wasn't getting that many mounts before the accident. So he was looking at a long downhill slope, I guess.
So he was concerned about maybe not riding again.
Well, he told me that he would ride again or die trying.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go home or if I should stay here, or I don't know.
Have you got nobody you can call? Have you got any family? No?
No, Sammy was my family.
Here, I'm gonna give you a number here on one of my cards. I'm gonna write down a number for you in the back of my card, okay? This is someone you can talk to if you need to talk to someone.
No, it's okay.
No, I think you should go home and you should call this number.
No, I think I'll stay here. There's people here.
Sure. My condolences. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
How's it going?
His locker was open. I went through it, found this bottle of barbiturates.
Psychobarbital.
Yeah.
These are downers. Boy, you drop a couple of these after you've been drinking, boy, it'll really make a mess of you. Hey, nice job.
Hey, black umbrella, huh?
Yep.
Well, shit. You know, a lot of people in Vancouver could be walking around with a possible weapon.
Yeah, well, that's his story anyway.
You know, I seem to remember this Italian guy worked for the Vatican Bank. He got killed with a poison umbrella.
Yeah, I remember reading something about that, too. Maybe this guy read the same paperback, got inspired.
What's the toxicology report?
Well, his blood came back positive for something called Braxon.
That's one of those derivatives made out of beans like ricin, right?
Yeah. So there is palliative treatment. Now, they can pump you full of morphine, but there's no known antidote, so once you got it, you die.
So where are you keeping him?
Interviewed on a cot. Sonny says that he's going to be experiencing some nausea, fever, vomiting within the first 12 hours. Dead within 3 days at the outside.
Well, shouldn't he be in intensive care?
Yeah, but he says he won't leave the station until we find out who killed him.
And the Horsemen's war crimes investigator stonewalled you, right?
Yeah, she says that Guzman knows of a few ex-Guatemalan secret police who are living here in Canada who want to see him dead, but she won't give with the names.
Well, I'll call her superior in Ottawa, see if I can go over her head.
Good luck with that. I'm going to go interview one of his victims.
Good luck to you, too.
All right, thanks.
So what was the cause of the heart attack?
Well, we don't know yet. I mean, his heart was actually in pretty decent shape before the attack, which I cannot say was true for the rest of them. Take a look. This is your jockey right here.
Look at the size of the pin in his leg. It's pretty elaborate. Was this a bolt?
Yeah, and 2 cracked ribs that were only partially healed. The right arm, of course, which wasn't doing very well at all, and a fractured right wrist that must have caused him constant pain because it doesn't look like it was ever set properly.
You know what? If this guy was a horse, he would have been put down a long time ago.
I think so.
What about the cut in his head? What can you tell me about that?
Oh, it's minor, really, like he bumped it on something, maybe hit it in a fall.
Couldn't be somebody hit him with something, maybe?
Well, it could have been, but it wasn't much of a blow if it was, and I don't see any other artifacts that would indicate he was in any kind of a struggle with anyone.
What does the talk say?
Well, nothing. They haven't come back with it yet.
What?
I know. I can tell you that he'd been drinking. I found undigested beer in his stomach, and his kidneys were in bad shape. His liver was shot.
Oh, so alcohol's a factor, you think, eh?
Yeah, well, it could be a contributing factor, but didn't you say that you found barbiturates or something in his locker? Yeah. See, I'm thinking painkillers of some kind, you know, maybe a steroid, cortisone, something he was taking for all of those injuries.
For sure.
That can also damage the organs, though, as I say, I won't know for sure until I get those tox results back.
Okay, well, I'll call them too, but give me a call if you ever hear from them.
Okay. Oh, Yuri.
Hi.
What brings you back? How's your pathology residency coming?
I finished with that rotation. Yeah, I was coming for another reason, actually. Yeah, I was thinking of asking you if... Would you like to come to dinner?
Oh, what's the occasion?
Saturday.
Just, you mean like with a group of people, or?
No, just you and me. I'm going to cook for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Should I bring anything?
No, I'll take care of it. There is one thing. Do you actually... are you okay with everything to eat?
No, I'm pretty good with most things.
Great. So I'll give you my address. I live at the students' residence at the university, you know?
I know where that is. I used to live there.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's just this Guatemalan cop. He's into some pretty nasty shit. Killed a lot of people. I just wondering if it's even worth trying to figure out who killed this guy.
It's worth finding out who he killed.
I don't think there's much time for that.
When I was a pathology student, I went on a month-long volunteer trip to Mexico on the border with Guatemala. There's a little town where the army had disappeared all the men, any male over the age of 10. These pathology students from all over the world spent every day in this mass grave, would be digging up bones, putting bodies together. And every day their families would gather at the bottom of the road, waiting for us to give them some news. Some of them are still waiting. That's what this book is about. It's happening all over the world. You know, there's a great line in it. I wouldn't want someone to stop digging for me.
Hello. Oh, nice one. Yeah. Well, I remember I used to come down here I was coming a lot 20 years ago. Yeah. In those days, the mutual handle was up over $1 million, you know?
Really?
And I used to, every day, and I used to think to myself, look at this setting here. They only had a proper track, a mile oval or something, instead of this bullring they got.
Proper turf course.
Right.
Swanky front side.
Be exciting. You could really make, consider like that, you could really make some real money. You could make a living there, couldn't you? Well, you got 25% of the jockeys' winnings. That's pretty good.
25% of peanuts on a 3-card a week meat.
Yeah? How long were you his agent for?
Jesus, 15 years. I wasn't expecting this. Sammy to die like this.
Was he depressed at all, you could tell?
Take a look around. Whole bloody place is depressed. Everybody's shipping out, nobody's shipping in. Half the trainers get outside jobs just to get by.
Really? There's something that concerned me. We found a bottle of barbiturates in his locker. Can you tell me anything about that?
Yeah, that surprises me.
Does?
Sammy never tested positive in all the time that he was racing, not once.
How bad was money problems?
You're a coroner. Everybody stopped dying all of a sudden. How bad would your money problems be?
Very good.
After the spill, he was pulling in maybe $250 a week from the Jockeys Guild and WCB put together. But like I say, there's no way he'd spit out the bed like that.
Just not in his character?
No way.
When'd you last see him?
Table Terrace bar, afternoon that he died. Christ, he didn't say nothing. No goodbyes.
He gave you no indication he was planning on taking his own life?
He was talking about being a kid back in Cuba. Yeah, the first time he saw a horse on his uncle's farm. You know, you should talk to Bruce. He was drinking with him later on.
I'd love to. How about now?
Yeah, okay. I'll take you to see him. I have to talk to him anyway.
Appreciate it.
Yes. I was tortured in Guatemala. What do you want to know?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me what happened to you, or at least tell me what you feel comfortable telling me.
Okay. Well, they came to arrest me at my work.
And what did you do for work there?
I wrote a sports column for the daily newspaper. Apparently, I favored the wrong team.
And this was the secret police that came and arrested you?
Yes. They took me to this house. They have these grand houses they use. Very nice. I was made to stand against a wall. And if I moved, a man would beat me, put a wet rag around my face, and he kept it wet with a hose. Then he put electricity to my bones. You can't know that pain. Your mind can't understand it.
How long did that go on for?
Until I gave the names of my friends.
You know a man by the name of Hector Guzman?
Guzman? What about Guzman?
Was he one of the men who tortured you?
Why are we talking about Guzman? What is going on here?
Mr. Guzman was assaulted in the street yesterday morning.
Here? Guzman is here?
Where were you early yesterday morning?
You're saying Guzman is here?
Where were you yesterday morning?
Get out. Go, please.
Look, hey, I'm not going anywhere. I can't do that, not till you answer my question. Now, where were you early yesterday morning at about 7 o'clock?
And what do you think you can do to me to make me answer your question?
I can take you to jail and hold you in connection with Guzman's assault, or I can stick you in a lineup and have Guzman identify you is what I could do.
Are you going to arrest every one of Mr. Guzman's victims? Because your jails are not big enough to hold them all.
Okay, look. You give me an answer to my question, and if I can corroborate it, you don't have to go anywhere.
I was with a friend.
Okay, and who was that?
You see how it begins?
We sipped a few cocktails together from time to time, I guess.
The night he died, you sip any cocktails together?
Yeah, he had a beer in the barn. He was carrying a few around with him in a bag.
Oh, yeah? Did he say he had any plans for the rest of the night?
No, we just drank our beer, talked about the horses. He threw me some advice about a trainer who's been giving me some grief. Sammy was good at that.
Yeah?
Figuring out what people wanted. He'd say, you gotta ask yourself, if this person was a horse, what would you do?
I like that. I'm gonna try that myself. Was he taking anything for the pain, any painkillers or downers to help him sleep?
No, but it wouldn't surprise me. He was having a rough ride.
Okay, in your opinion, was he in the state of mind where he might have taken his own life?
Maybe. Yeah.
He wouldn't do it to himself, I know that.
You know? What do you know?
I know I work just as hard getting you mounts as you guys do riding them.
Is that right? And how come Sammy's galloping 10 horses in the morning, then blowing out 3 or 4 more on the cuff, just on the if come he might get him out in the afternoon?
He was getting his fair share before he got hurt.
Right, just like I'm getting my fair share. I'm out here working the horses for the fun of it. I don't see you getting me any mounts.
Now look, you work with what you got.
No, look, guys, let me just pick this up. I'm not done yet.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right, forget it.
I wasn't talking to you.
Right, I'm out of here.
Okay, so what else do you want to know?
Well, just wanted to get some idea if you know where he might have gone after you left him.
No idea. Could have been anywhere. He was looking for somebody to have a beer with. That's probably where he went.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time.
Cheers.
talk to me?
Jesus, Daddy, not really.
Take it on the next trip, will you? So, you haven't been returning my calls?
Obviously, I got a longer memory than you. You treated me like shit.
Well, I was out of town, otherwise this apology would have come a lot sooner.
Apology accepted. It's nice seeing you.
I was undercover, Angie. Nobody was supposed to know.
Your brother knew?
Yeah, well...
Yeah, well, I'm not nobody. Never have been, never will be. This is your stop.
Can we start fresh? Huh? Come on, let's go get a drink.
Fresh salt and old wound stings, Danny.
All right, well, just answer the phone when I call.
There's a whole lot of people on here who want to see you dead.
These are some of the names I gave my thesis handler.
Why these particular names?
They're political. She wanted to know about immigrants who might be of interest to them. Ask her, she can tell you.
Well, I'd kind of like to ask her, but she won't return my calls. I think she's leaving you out in the cold here.
Hands and feet, I can't feel them.
You want me to call a doctor?
Let's go on with this.
There's a name right here. Jorge Morales.
Yes, he was a writer. Very political against the government.
Oh, yeah? Told me he wrote a sports column.
That's what he tells you. I got other information. One of his friends.
Morales told me you tortured him.
It was my job to interrogate him.
Think he could be the man who poisoned you?
Him, one of his friends, maybe. They're all there on the list. Morales can lead you to the others. And this one. This man here, Sanchez. He owns a Spanish language newspaper here. He published my name on his paper that I was living here.
All right, this man Sanchez, you seen him around since you've been living here?
No. But he's very much like his brother. A very political man.
How do you know his brother?
He was a suspect.
Torture him?
He was under my custody.
Where is he now?
I don't know.
So I guess he'd be one that disappeared. And what about your former employers? Those who you believe are living in this country now. Are they on this list here?
Yes, they're on there.
They the same names you gave the war crimes investigator?
I gave her the names that she asked about.
Well, I'm gonna want them all the ones she didn't ask about.
Yes, I'll give those to you.
Good, because I don't believe that it's one of your victims who tried to poison you. See, the way I see it, if one of your victims wanted you dead, they'd just slit your throat and leave you bleeding in the street.
It is not your job to judge. You're a policeman. It is your job to find out who did
my
this.
goddamn job.
Duty is a difficult thing, but we do it.
I'm glad you feel that way, because it's also my duty to investigate the crimes you committed in your own country. All those people you disappeared, because you can be prosecuted for those here.
Go ahead. Call your prosecutor. I'll be dead before I can get him on the phone. What? What's happening?
How you feeling?
Fine.
You know where you are?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I haven't been able to locate very many of the people off the enemies list that you gave to me. As far as finding out who did this to you before you die, forget it.
I see. Thank you for your candor.
Don't mention it. Now, let me ask you something.
What do you want to know?
The war crimes investigators said that you wanted out.
Yes, I said that.
Why?
I began to have nightmares.
About what?
Pain. One day it would be me in a cell.
And now here you are. In the cell and in pain.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get you to the hospital now.
Yes.
Get you some morphine.
Okay.
You want some morphine?
Yes.
Ready to die?
Ready or not, here it comes.
I mean, is your conscience clear?
No.
Okay. I want to know where all the disappeared are. All the people you killed and where they're buried.
You want me to confess?
Yeah.
All right. But I will only confess to a priest.
They were barbiturates, just like you thought.
Enough on board to kill him?
Oh, not even close. But they did find a big read on something called Daytech. It's a very strong diuretic.
Daytech, are you sure? That's a medication for horses that stops them from bleeding.
I know. It's also a very popular drug amongst those who suffer anorexia.
Really? What, for weight loss?
Right.
So that's what he's using it for, I guess, then, to lose weight.
Yeah. And then you would get low blood pressure, poor circulation, fainting, dehydration, kidney damage.
Okay, well, there's your cause of death then. Deadly combination of booze and pills.
Yeah, led to the heart attack.
Oh, hey, guess what? The feds have finally agreed to kick in some coin on that heroin program.
Vancouver agreement?
Right, so what I want you to do is sit on the community advisory panel if you want. That helps us choose a safe injection site. What are you doing?
Oh, happy to.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was counting on you.
Okay.
So the story is Sergeant Warren here gets to take a shot at our man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, he's in the hospital. He's not talking anything new.
I just have a few details I need to clear up with him.
Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna talk to her now. He hasn't told her shit. Playing her all along.
So Guzman isn't going to give us the names of any of the disappeared or where they were buried.
Well, he'll confess, but only to a priest.
A priest, huh? Okay, then. Get him a priest.
Hey, Brenda.
Hey.
Remember me? Who's this?
She's by Diablo. Out of a hot alley mare. Diablo's by Devil's Bag.
Hot Alley, that's Salvador, isn't it?
Ah, you follow the sport.
Oh, I found up my share of tickets.
So, what do you know about Sammy?
Well, he's a hard-working jock, fighting pain most of his career.
That's right.
Yeah. How's this one running?
This one here, not so good.
Why?
She stopped her last couple of races. She bled.
What do you mean she's blood in the lungs? That's the problem, you think?
Yeah, looks like it. It's pretty common.
Now, that's what they use Daytech for, am I right?
That's right.
Okay. The reason I bring it up is that there was Daytech found in Sammy's system, and the pathologist is thinking that he probably used that for weight loss. So I'm thinking, well, you know, since it's so commonly used down here, he probably picked up the Daytech down around here somewhere.
I guess.
So do you have any idea where he might have got his hands on Daytech around here? Who might have given it to him?
No, sir.
You couldn't have been the one that gave it to him, could you?
No, sir.
You're sure? Okay, Brenda, I'm sorry. I just hope that you get your picture taken in the winning circle real soon. Maybe with this one.
Yeah, well, you can't eat a picture.
No, I guess not.
Detective, give it up?
He gave it up, man.
Excellent.
All of it. He gave up all the names.
You got it all on tape, right?
Yeah. It's all there.
Beautiful.
20, 30 names. Where they're buried.
Where they're buried?
Hope he finds out.
Yeah, me too. What else?
He is like forgiveness.
Guess we better get him a real priest.
I was just remembering the first time that I saw Sammy. I was standing over there by the rail, and he was galloping past. And I smiled at him. I was flirting with him because he was really pretty on that horse.
I just came by to tell you that I'm going to rule accidental on your husband's death, okay?
Okay. How did it happen?
Well, it was the medication. He was combining the medication he was taking for the weight loss with alcohol, and that eventually produced the heart attack.
Well, he said he would ride again or die trying. So.
How you doing? You making that all right?
No, I'm not doing too good, but, you know, I hurt, and I'm not sure where I hurt. Do you know that feeling?
I know that feeling.
Yeah, Sammy hurt all the time, but he just kept working through it, and he never complained about it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Take care now.
Raoul and Julieta País. They were pyramid students. Julio Peso, a radio host. They were all buried in the same place? Yes. Who else? Alonso Sanchez, the poet. Maria Alegría. And Nabea Ruiz. She organized the garment factory in Nuevo Progresa. Ernesto Gonzalez, and also his son, Diego. Miguel Arevalo, Silvia Murja and Gabriela Ramirez. Fernando Menchu,